here, of course, we're going to start out with the 10-minute warm-up. I like to take a brisk walk before I get into my major workout. Give me time to plan what I'm going to do, go over the proper way to do things in my mind, so that I can just be ready, man, to go. Take about 10 minutes to make sure I'm clear on everything. So now what we're about to do, we're about to go into 4 sets, 12 reps apiece, and we're going to do a superset of deadlifts, bicep curls, and then the incline close grip presses. I'm throwing just a little bit of chest in it today. As you probably have noticed, man, I have major days where I make an effort to work major muscle groups, but then in the midst of that, I'll throw in, a few extra groups, man, just because I like the movement. So that's what you'll see here. I'm adding 10 pounds a piece when it comes to the weight that I already have. And so the next thing that I'll be doing will be bicep curls, and then I'll do the incline chest press. So the next exercises we're going to be doing, I'm just going to do a small variation for some of them. And so we have 4 sets, 12 reps apiece, reverse shoulder shrugs, bicep curls, and then incline shoulder presses. So once again, I'm throwing in a little bit of shoulder work also with the shoulder shrugs as well as with the shoulder presses. But that reverse shoulder shrug is more suited toward the lower part of the shoulders, and so it's a part of the back also. So that's part of that particular workout. And then, as we mentioned, the bicep curls are going to stay the same, but then with the incline presses, I'm going to have quite a bit of separation between the weight. And so once again, like I mentioned, we're going to throw just a little bit of shoulders in there just to complement the bicep work that we've done. And by the way, you know, I really like the way that I set this up because it was free flowing. You know, one exercise just flowed right into the other. But I've noticed that as I'm getting a little bit older, I get winded so easily. So if you notice that I'm stopping quite a bit during this video, just chalk it up to me being an older gentleman, okay? Don't hold it against me. least 4 sets every time I hit the gym. I'm trying to get these arms to grow. And I think that this would probably be one of the most successful ways to do it. And so like I mentioned, we're going 12 reps each. And maybe as time progresses and weight goes up, then I'll take a few of those reps off. But for right now, doing it this way, it feels good. I'm getting definition, so evidently it must be working. And so after this particular workout, we're going to call the workout a day. Now usually on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, I'm involved in the major workouts. But then on Tuesdays and Thursdays and sometimes even Saturdays, I'm doing cardio. So just so all of the individuals who actually know, I am doing cardio now. I'm not leaving that out. That 10-minute warm-up is not my cardio. Okay? Well, as always, I hope you enjoyed the video, man. As I mentioned, every time I touch the gym, I'm trying to give you something to motivate you. This is 2022 now, so we can be as healthy as we need to be this year because we have a brand new start. As always, man, we love you. Peace. All right, so that's another day completed in the gym, man. You know, a lot of things run through your mind, man, when you exercising, getting the stress off from the last week, from maybe even yesterday, you know, however you decide to do it, right? But I was just thinking, man, especially since this is the new year, I don't necessarily make resolutions. Get this camera right, there we go. I don't necessarily make resolutions, man, but I was thinking today about something. You know, I think what I'm gonna do this year, the way I'm gonna approach things is anything or anybody that's not adding anything positive to me and to what I got going on, I'm gonna deny access to myself and to my resources. Seriously, just speaking honestly, if they're not bringing anything positive to me or, you know, to what I got going on, I'm going to deny access. Because if you think about it, really, everybody and everything shouldn't have access to you anyway. You know, you got some people that no matter what you do, they're not going to support you. They're not going to have anything positive to say. Them kind of people. Now, you know, you love them from a distance, but this year I'm not going to involve those kind of people in anything that I do. Because I made some milestones last year because I adopted that attitude too late. I adopted that attitude too late. It's not about being selfish. It's not about seeing somebody in need and not helping them. It's not about that. But when you're dealing with people who continuously bring nothing but negativity, you got to disconnect yourself. You got to. Because see, they trying to stay in one spot. They're going to be stationary. You trying to move forward. So if you're trying to move forward, those two energies, you know, if they commingle, the only thing going to create is a problem. Frustration. You know? And then, at worst, the two energies cancel each other out. So that means the positive energy that you had, you don't have it anymore.
right? So now we not about that. We're not about that, man. Like I said, people and things. And when I mean things, I mean you got situations where you have people that you might need to disconnect from, but then also things like habits that are not constructive, right? If you have a habit, man, that last year totally destroyed you, work on that habit this year. Try to get the mastery over it. Some habits going to take longer, but you can do it. I believe it. Whatever that habit may be. I know one habit that I'm absolutely going to start working on this year is procrastinating. When I know I need to do something, I'm just going to go ahead and get it done. Whether that involves having to schedule, having to rearrange things, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it because I feel like that'll help me be more productive. And when it's all said and done, don't nobody care about the difficulties you had to deal with, the things that you had to overcome. The only thing they care about is production. I'm sorry. That's the world we live in. If you're not producing, most people don't care. They don't. And it's only a special group of people in your life that cares about your livelihood, that cares about your health and your wellness. So those are the people that you spend time on. Those are the people that you put your extra energies into. People that are not bringing anything to help you, that they're not encouraging you, they don't support you when you do things, man, cut them people off. Cut them off. Cut them off, because a lot of times they just there to take up space. And when you move all that out, then it would appear that you have opportunity to then, man, to grow more, because you got more space to branch out now. Because the person or the people or the things that were taking up space in your life, they're no longer there. So now you have the space to grow. That just was a thought I had, man, while I was in there working out. A lot of things come to mind, but I thought, okay, this is something to share here. Because it is a new year. People are doing their New Year's resolutions. I never do. Because if you're determined to do something, you don't need a resolution for it. You don't. You sit down, you plan it out, you strategize to see what ways that you can achieve the goal that you set, and then, man, put the energy into it. That's what has worked for me in the past. So, man, as always, man, I hope the day goes well for you. I'm hoping this whole year go well for you, man. Peace.